Right.
Because our film was set in the autumn, it was heavy in browns, oranges, reds, earthy tones, which were used to then enhance the fact that our character was really in touch with nature. She preferred the nature to the human world.
I think the idea was that she retreated into nature because society had kind of pushed her out, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of this can be seen in the way that nature seems to sort of accept her and she moves fluidly in nature.
Yeah.
And so we really wanted it. We filmed made sure that all of our footage was filmed before the leaves fell off the trees, and
We wanted to use a iconic season, and we thought autumn was the most iconic you could get with the colours and everything. Also, the fact that it's such a strong image, we thought we could really take this to our advantage and match it with our ancillary tasks.
if you consider that our film has a lot of autumnal imagery, the link between that and our poster is that she's shown in nature.
Yeah.
So she's right in the middle of a field, really detached from society.
There's no humans anywhere.
There
it's
was
just
like
her.
a few reminders because we were considering removing the sort of the buildings that it can be seen,
Yeah.
but we realised that she needed to have those in the back of her mind, so we kept those in
the back of the image to reflect that.
And you can see in the background the sort of the trees, the woods changing colour, and we really liked to have that in because I guess it showed a lot about how important nature is in our film, despite it being a film about human nature.
Yeah, we wanted the more gritty, naturey aspects of our film to match our poster, and the more ethereal, kind of dreamy aspects to match our magazine cover. Or magazine spread.
So the ethereal aspects, I suppose I'd most consider the ethereal to be right at the beginning of the film, just after the titles have come up, when she wakes up in that really white room. And we really thought that having that ethereal idea would really help because the film we kind of thought had quite like a dreamy aspect.
Yeah, indoor aspects of the film were a lot more dreamlike and had the same tones as our magazine spread did. Kind of bluey tones, which matched her blue mood.
Yeah.
And then when she was outdoors, the tones got a lot brighter, which matched her mood becoming a lot more at one with herself, at one with nature, and that matches our poster.
We changed the tones on the film just before her death scene because we decided that we wanted, when she was not being dragged to suicide, it was sort of, when she was walking, it was kind of like she was aware that she was about to kill herself rather than sort of being out of her control. So we decided to change the colouring in these scenes to make it more sort of blue and green tones because this is sort of the tones that we used in our magazine image. And that created the ethereal, dreamlike sort of mood which we really wanted to have in our film.
Yeah. We wanted to have the dreamlike aspects in our films and ancillaries to link them together as a three-piece. And the whole reason for the dreamlike mood is because in that state of mind, you're not really living your life. It's not a life you're living. So we wanted to kind of get that across and show that it's completely different and detached from anything that a person living life is experiencing. And I think it would be wrong to do a suicide awareness film in a non-dreamlike way.
Yeah, because I think it's very difficult to sort of grasp how everybody in that situation would be feeling. So it's quite hard to sort of go for one pinpoint sort of attitude, sort of take on the subject, whereas we decided that if it was dreamlike, that's kind of a feeling shared by many.
Another literal link between our ancillaries and our main product was the poster and the beginning of the film linking together. They also share the same font. That's just a very literal connection that we had. The Limbo title was in the exact same font, which we wanted that for a connection just because it shows it's from the same product.
Yeah, we thought that the consistency was sort of, because our poster doesn't really show much about what the film is about.
Yeah, it's just a still from the film.
Yeah, we thought that it was important that audience understood this flow from one to another.
Yeah.
Where otherwise they're going to be confused because they don't really know that much else about the film.
Yeah.
So, whereas our magazine involves both of our characters being in it, we decided that we only wanted the film poster to involve my character in it because we realised that she was the central character in the film. It was her story we were following, and then Florence, Meg's character, she was sort of a backstory, sort of an explanation for Violet's suicide. So we thought that it was quite important that our audience, it's more likely that their first sort of encounter with our film will be from the poster. We thought that it was important that they straight away understood who the main character was, and so we used her as the main image for our poster.
The magazine consisted of both of our characters because we wanted the interview to be